Hello, my name is Marisa and I would like to tell you about Marie Curie. Marie Curie was born on November 7, 1867 in Warsaw, Poland. Marie's real name was Maria. She was often called Manya. Manya was very smart. She went to school with her sister who was 2 years older than her, and she was still a very good student in the class. When Manya was 10 years old, Poland was under the Russian rule. Polish was a forbidden language. In Polish schools, they still taught Polish. There was an alarm for when an inspector came. When this alarm sounded, everyone would hide the Polish things and start sewing. When the inspector came, Maria's teacher always called on her to recite all the Russian history in Russian. It took a lot of initiative to learn all that Russian history in Russian. Manya never failed. Manya had a big family. She had an older sister and brother named Vanya and Joseph, and another sister named Hella. But later, one of her sisters, Zofia, died of typhus. Maya and her sister Vanya wanted to go to a university. They were not allowed to go to a university in Poland because they were girls. Maya really wanted to study science and be some sort of scientist. One day, Maya had an idea. She said that to study, they must get to Sorbonne, which was in Paris. Maya also said that Vanya was to go there first, and she would be a governess and send her money to keep her studying. Then, after Vanya had her degree, Maya would go to school and Vanya would send her money so she could study. Maya worked for Mr. and Mrs. Z for 500 rubles a year, which is about $13 in US currency. Maya used a lot of industry to keep Vanya studying. After a few years, Vanya had finished her studies and Maya went off to school. In Paris, Maya changed her name to Marie. Marie was enchanted by the professor. She loved the laboratory. It had all the equipment she needed to do her experiments. Often, after classes, Marie would go to the library and read, and she would stay in the library until it closed at 10. One day, a professor told Marie that he wanted her to meet Marie Curie. They talked a long time about science, and when Marie had to leave, Pierre requested to see her again. Soon, Marie Curie wanted to marry her. In the summer of 1895, when Marie was 28, they married. Marie had been so busy in the laboratory that she didn't even know how to cook. She knew that Pierre had to be properly fed, so she took lots of notes on how long everything could cook for. After a long while, she could finally cook a decent meal. 2 years after their marriage, a girl named Irene was born. Marie and Pierre were delighted. Marie and Pierre worked for hours in a laboratory without proper equipment. In the laboratory, it was 44 degrees. Marie must have been very persistent. Marie looked at every element in the periodic table to find out which were radioactive. Marie was studying radioactivity in uranium, but she discovered 2 new elements. At first, Marie thought she had made a mistake, but she did it again and got the same results. In July of 1898, she had learned enough about one element to name it and announce it to the world. Marie named the new element polonium after her home country, Poland. Soon they named the other element radium. Pierre and Marie wondered what color the radium would be. One night, something urged Marie to go to their laboratory. Pierre came with her. Marie looked at where the radium salts were stored and noticed that the radium was giving off a soft blue light. Pierre and Marie were amazed. Marie was soon awarded the Navy Medal. The Navy Medal is awarded to someone who has made a very important discovery in science. The Curies weren't sure what to do with it. Their answer was to give it to Irene to play with. Irene called it her Big Penny and showed it to any visitors, who were very surprised to see a young child playing with such a valuable object. More honors were given to the Curies. They got 70,000 francs and another 25,000 francs, which is about $100,638 in US currency. In 1904, another daughter was born to the Curies. In 1906, Pierre Curie died from being run over by a wagon wheel. Marie was very sad. She decided to start a school for her daughters and other children. Marie was a very good teacher and the students loved her. A little while later, Marie received the Nobel Prize for Chemistry. She also decided to give Poland an institute of radio. But when the Germans declared war on France and started to repair us, Marie took the radium away so the Germans wouldn't take it. It worked and the radium was saved. Irene often helped Marie with her experiments. She studied science, and a few months before Marie died, she saw that Irene had received the Nobel Prize with her husband, Frederick Joliot. On July 4th, 1934, Marie Curie died. One fun fact about Marie is that she has a crater on the moon named for her. Thank you.